So, hello fellow Earthlings. This is Earthling 64554637228, or Earthling 6 billion something. I have not done a long piece in a while, and I figured in honor of losing a subscriber, I would do a piece on, again, I mean, I've already done one on why I'm an atheist, but I was looking at how many of these things I'd put out, and it was 830 something at some point. So, yeah, people are not going to see that particular video on why it is I'm an atheist and why I can never believe in God anymore. And you might ask, well, why would you put out a piece like that? No, I mean, I saw that I had 36 subscribers. I put out a piece, and I saw I had 35, and most of my videos you will notice have zero views. So it really is that one of the people that looked at the thing that I did about Stephen Colbert, they probably didn't like the fact that I was an atheist or an ex-Catholic, or saying that I thought the prosperity gospel was silly, or the Protestant work ethic was silly, or something along those lines. So you might be like, why would you put that out? Well, because I don't want to have to hide any aspect of anything that I believe in. There's some things I'm going to have to hide anyway, but I don't want to hide um, very much, you know? But so yeah, what was the bottom line? Why is it that I don't believe in God and I will never believe in God again? Well, because I think the biggest reason I can think of right now, without going over the whole process of how it was that I came to this point, is that there is no evidence for uh, the God that we see discussed, that people talk about. There is absolutely no evidence for that. We have evidence for the Big Bang, the expansion of the universe, um, supernovas leading to all of the different elements that constitute the entire universe. We have evidence for all of these different things. So there is really no reason to come up with this question that and then answering it with what we choose to have the answer be. We just simply rely on the evidence that we can see. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. The Earth is about 4.8 or 4.5 billion years old, based on half-lives of all of these different elements, uranium, whatever. Um, they've taken, is it earthquakes, and they've used the sonar in order. Um, basically, they've used I think it's sonar. I think it's the sound waves from earthquakes to determine the density of the different parts of the Earth. They have used telescopes to determine how far away things are, how fast they're moving. So why do we need an old book or old books that are clearly full of falsities and falsehoods? Why do we even need to discuss it? That's not how the world works, you know? So yeah, that's just essentially why. And of course, I would have family members, maybe even friends. I can't think of one right now, who would hope that I would believe in it. But it's kind of like Santa Claus. Why would I suddenly start believing in Santa Claus just one day based on nothing when I know that that is not even remotely how the world works? But anyway, yeah, I think the reason why I'm putting this one out is just to shake the tree. I am just shaking the tree. Um, Anytime I am honest about what I believe in, um, yeah, they tell you don't talk about money, don't talk about religion, and don't talk about politics. I would like to see a study done on that, honestly, because it's just like anything else that we were told. And scientists, and yeah, I guess it's primarily scientists, went looking for answers, and they have discovered the way that the world actually is. And I don't need any old books or any old sayings to run this channel by or anything along those lines. Let's test it and see if it works. So, yeah, I would not want to have, and this is never going to happen, but let's say it did. I would not want to have, 500,000 followers, let's say, or a million followers. And one day I say, hey, I'm an atheist, by the way, and then I lose half of my followers. Forget that. Forget, subscribers or whatever. Forget that. From day one, I will shout this from the treetops. From the treetops. This is who I am. If you like it, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. If you want to comment on it, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But yeah, I don't want to confuse anybody. There's people out there whose opinions I do not respect, but I might listen to them occasionally. Um, and then there are people whose points of views I do not, on certain matters, I don't respect and I don't agree with at all, and I'll still listen to them. Take Thunderfoot. Thunderfoot has a lot of videos where he is mocking social justice warriors, or he's mocking feminists, or he's mocking, you know, white privilege, and I think he's a a whack job with respect to having put those out. I think he's a good scientist, but he doesn't know what he's talking about in respect to a lot of different other videos. But I'll still look at his science stuff because he is spot on with respect to that. I wish he would use the same process of logical progression to understand the other stuff that he's using with respect to science. But you know, nobody's perfect, not even me. So yeah. Is there anybody else? Yeah, well, Joe Rogan. I think that some of his, well, definitely that whole thing with Mencia, Carlos Mencia. I think he's a, you know, I think he's horrible for doing that. If there's anybody who listens to, who likes Joe Rogan, and if you realize that you subscribe or you're listening to somebody who does not like Joe Rogan, here I am. I think he is sometimes a good guy when he decides that he wants to mock certain people, and then one day Joe Rogan is kind of like, hey, you know, don't listen to me. I'm a schmuck. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then the next day, you know, he will not fess up to the fact that he can't. You know, Carlos Mencia pointed it out. He became who he is on the back of canceling Carlos Mencia allegedly for being a joke thief. He canceled people, and then he's talking about cancel culture. Mencia was right, and that is some BS. And he should be like, oh, you know, that was really dumb of me. Maybe I was young. But you can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, cancel culture is dumb, having done that to someone else. You used it when you wanted to, and it didn't even have a name then, and you used it, and if you're still okay with it, then something's wrong with you. But I will, you know, if he was back on YouTube, I would listen to his stuff. I'm just not going over to Spotify to listen to it. I have listened to bits and pieces of one or two since he's been over there. But yeah. Anyway, that's my. I hate the word rant. I hate people thinking that I'm a psychopath or a crazy person. But maybe this is a rant. So then it makes me wonder what is not a rant. You know, if everything's a rant, what isn't a rant? But anyway, I don't know that this is a rant, but maybe it is. But then I guess that it seems like everything's a rant then. Anyway, thanks for listening if you did. If you gotta go, thanks for being one of the tiny number of people who are subscribed to my channel. And yeah,